I love this. This is Risk of Rain 2. And this here, the message is, the boss track is the final culmination of the Risk of Rain 2 expansion into the endless depths of the void. It features renowned Greek saxophonist Dimitris Tsakas. And the name of this track is The Face of the Deep. So if you guys are ready for some Risk of Rain 2, I know I am. Let's do this. All right. That drum fill had a lot of Neil Peart in it. What a great lead sound. It sounds like it's monophonic. God. Yeah, very Jan Hammer on that lead. More so the sound, though. On this side, there was a very unique rhythm arrangement with the other guitar. Oh, here we go. Oh, that back and forth between the leads and going back into the sax, that's ridiculous. Okay, I want to just stop. I know we're going back and forth in the seesaw between different synth lead sounds and the saxophone player, which I think is a brilliant dynamic there. You know, that's really super crafty. But I'll tell you what I'm really digging is the fact that he starts off with this really straight up kind of rock, chuggy pattern. I don't know if it's 9/8 or something. It kind of felt that way. I wasn't quite counting. But what's really badass is he's got a really straightforward arpeggiation going, a very high-end arpeggiation that really, for me, that's the zip line. Even though the drums and all that is staying pretty flush in the pocket and stuff, you know, there isn't too much chaoticness, that's not even a word. It is for me now, going on with the drums where you can't still kind of lock into where the one comes in. But there's that great arpeggiation that's happening in the back. It's very high-end and stuff that's very, to me, is really getting me. Chaotic C. Yeah, you're right. Dream Theater touch as well. I should do one of my solos for you, like that. What is it? 3-4-3-4-5-4. I don't know. I'm talking about Hear that arpeggiation in the back? That's what I'm talking about.
Εντάξει, νομίζω είμαστε ok.
That's great. There's that arpeggiation. And just to think this is music for a game. So well done. So creative, as if it was scene-centric, like a lot of these changes. I don't know if this is part of a... You guys know I'm ignorant about this, so I need you guys to save me on this, but I don't know if this is a part of a DLC or if this is actually part of a scene here. It says Faces of the Deep. So I don't know if that's part of the game or if that's one of this composer's complete projects, like I guess the albums or the tracks that come with it. Nonetheless, you know, I'm gonna keep saying this until the day I die. Hopefully that won't be for a while. But the beauty about composers that write music for video games is they have boundless opportunities to stretch what they can do as composers compared to, let's say, you're in a band and you write in a genre. You know, and you flex sometimes, you know, and you maybe shoot off of the genre, but you're pretty much locked to this. And you can really experience the depth of these composers in many different ways. They can turn on that, and we hear it a lot from, oh my God, who's the Japanese composer that writes for Metal Gear Strive? Is that the one? That I did the other day, where you hear this music and then they turn around and they could be so emotional in a completely different style of composition, and so ethereal and ambient, and not even a hint of that kind of the fact, like if you listen to that track first, something that's just wonderful and emotional and stuff like that, and then you turn around and go poop. And you hear something like this, you just go, you see, this is just how many things these composers have, you know, locked away. That video game composition allows a composer to expand on all of their potential possibilities creative-wise. You know, I'm going to flex on that as all day long on that. That's what I've loved about this journey on Twitch and the channel, because you guys been showing me all this stuff, and I'm like, bruh, you know, to me, being a successful composer, to me, is whatever you want it to mean to you. So whatever I say is successful doesn't mean that it translates to, oh, Jeeb says you're successful. I mean, if you make it $15 for a piece of music that you write, then you're successful, right? If you base it on, I was paid for my artwork. But I think the brass ring for composers that are shooting for a different kind of success may not any longer necessarily be about being a composer for movies and film. I think if you can expand that and you become a composer for games, then you have a much broader opportunity to expand on your talent palette, if you would. And not all composers do that. You know, not all composers can flex into 15 different genres, but at least in the world of gaming, it's kind of an understood art form that it doesn't surprise you that a composer does this and then does that too, you know? Sorry, I went on a little long on that because I'm passionate about that. And the fact that my career is pretty much, you know, I'm a clutch composer now. I just got a phone call this morning from another TV production post house that's in a clutch or in a, that's in a tough situation and they need a clutch job done. And I can do that, but not in the capacity of video games. I don't want anything to do with that. I leave it up to the young composers and Not that anybody would ever call me for shit anyhow. It doesn't matter. Anyhow, that's what I'm saying. All right, here we go. I haven't been reading the comments, so I don't know if you guys are, what you guys are saying, but I'll scroll through it again.